Back in action, folks. We're going into Caldecott Castle. Free entry. So we'd show a little extra and then go back before we go back into the event. Oh, you can go up to the... Yeah, you can go up the tower, can't you? Here we are. We're in Caldecott Castle, folks. Haven't been in here for a little while now. Little something different. You're on this channel, you see a lot of police and emergency service. There we see a cannon. Oh, not much. I do a shit on my bed. Let's go in. Oh yeah, we can go up there, mind.
Yeah.
Should we go up there? We can have a look over the whole event from up there. Yeah, that's a better place, isn't it? Doing some work on here as well. I do a sheet on my bed. Okie dokie, we're back. There's a big field there. Should be able to see the whole event from up here. Sorry. There it is, Emergency Services Day. Who needs a drone? Coast Guard over there, fire engines. So if MPAS are coming, where are they going to land? Yeah, but I've seen pictures of this event from before, and they've had the actual helicopter in you.
You couldn't not with that many people there.
They'd have to move people out the way. See the main space? They could probably clear that area, that middle area over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Nice to see you all. Have you been in?
We have been in.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's a good turnout for this. So,
yeah, it is. There's quite a lot of people. I was just wondering if dog section or helicopters are coming out.
The dog section isn't, unfortunately, but there are some of our traffic department there.
Is the police helicopter coming at all?
I don't think so, just because operational business is, comes first in terms of, we haven't got a spare helicopter, obviously, it's just the one we use on a daily basis. But lovely to see you all. I hope you have a really good day.
Thank you very much. Help yourself. Just round the other side of the event, yeah. Where's BCP from this side?
So we've actually got 4 disciplines within our bit of SAR, the beach shore. So we do swift water rescue, which is your lift boat thing over there. So in the floods. So that the yellow one is basically just man-powered walking alongside it, wading. You can put people on it, you can get them to safety without them getting wet. So
somebody's near the shoreline.
Yeah, it's in it's going to people's houses in the floods when they're stuck on the roof, getting them into the boat, getting them to safety.
Right.
So SARA 3 can also do some of that, although it's potentially limited on its depth that it can get into. But then we've got SARA 3, which is the smaller of our 2 lifeboats, and then we've got the big, oh lovely, then we've got our bigger boat, the sort of big rescue one, SARA, our big one, and that one will do all the way down to Port's Head, and possibly beyond if we're called to by the Coast Guard.
Well, beyond that they deal with it.
No, that's the land team.
Oh.
So this is the England Coast Guard land team,
Right.
and they're responsible for everything sort of really between in that sort of intertidal zone and into the first bit of the shore.
I swear they were there when they were doing that search and rescue for that lad who got missing in Newport. Yeah.
It's that bit of the land that they have responsibility for.
Right.
If it's the water, it's us. If it's until you get far enough out to sea. So the Coast Guard actually have responsibility all the way up to Gloucester. So when we deploy on a marine rescue, we are controlled by the Coast Guard. So we work for them.
Very sort of direct.
Our base is next door to their base.
Yeah, I have seen it. I parked down there when I was taking some photos under the Seine Bridge.
Yeah, so we work closely together anyway. So if there's a call out for somebody gone in the water, they'll be doing the bank searches and we'll be doing the river search. And then if it's further away, we'll have our land party and they'll do some bits of the coast and we'll do other bits.
I didn't know that.
Land party. So we've got land, swift water rescue, rope rescue on the cliffs, and then the lifeboats.
Oh, interesting.
But we all play together.
Yeah. Except you're volunteers, charity, and they're government funded. Yes, it's crazy though the work you do from literally as volunteers. Okay, we're back, folks. We're back. There's the roads policing car there. Seems to be a bit of activity over there as well. A light bar. There's the light bar. Yeah, good, thanks. And there's the walk right, there we are. A white cap. You alright? Traffic. That's what it means, traffic. Putting criminals out of business, Gwent Police. Police and Crime Commissioner. There's Jeff something, isn't it? Oh, Sarah down here as well, mountain rescue. There we are. Long Tail Mountain Rescue. Oh yeah, yeah, good, thanks. Mountain Rescue, yeah?
Yes, yeah. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you know anything? Or?
Yeah, so basically what you tend to deal with more higher terrain, sort of more tricky terrain, shall I say?
Yeah, not necessarily higher.
No, mountain, tricky terrain, as I'd say, to get to.
We do search and rescue as well in the low terrain, so it's not only we go.
But how is it to deal with incidents, to get out to incidents off, like a lot of it's off-road, to get some, get out, like a lot where the road surfaces are obviously poor. How is it to, obviously you'd have to leave your vehicle, how is it to actually get to help people out in risky terrain?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of vehicles which are 4x4, so we're usually using those.
What about a place where obviously you couldn't get to with the vehicle?
If we have a good reference of where the casualty is, from our control vehicle here, they'll instruct us on where we're to go, so they'll give us a good reference, and then we'll walk. Shall I show you some of the equipment in the back?
Yeah, that's great. So obviously, I'd imagine you'd use what 3 words now as well, wouldn't you?
We do have what 3 words. We usually use a grid reference off a map rather than what 3 words. But so yeah, with this being our control vehicle, all the coordination and comms come through this vehicle. Our radios that we'll take, high power torches, got a lightweight stretcher that is in 2 halves. So we need to carry all this to the location of where a casualty is. So we've got oxygen, medic bag, response sacks, more medical equipment.
Oh, wow.
So
Got a lot of gear that you take with you anyway.
yeah, so say for instance, when a call comes, this vehicle will then send us a text message which says meet at this grid reference. So this would make it as far as a road or a car park or something like that, which is accessible for all of us to meet at. From there then, they'll work out where the casualty is, give us a grid reference, we'll take what equipment we need and then we'll start.
So obviously a lot of it you're dealing with where they are, the close. You want to get a vehicle as close as you can.
Which
so
doesn't always work, but yeah.
a lot of the time it's quite narrow lanes, so you have to go down.
Yeah,
Quite out in the sticks, quite out the way.
yeah.
And there's a lot of the time where would you find to be able to park the vehicle when you're down a narrow lane or something?
That's it,
in a
it
rural
can
area.
become a problem. So what we would have is one of the people in the team then would become traffic control. So for the time we're there, they would be trying to control the traffic on the road. So yeah. But a lot of the places we go to are remote, so the amount of traffic on these lanes is probably minimal anyway.
But what about, like, you got like agricultural traffic? Obviously, something like a tractor would take up a lot of road space as well.
Yeah.
So you'd have to find somewhere which would allow them to pass by.
Yeah,
without,
we'll always try and work with the other road users, that's for sure. It's
So I know a lot of farming areas, rural areas, there'd be a lot of quite heavy agricultural vehicles coming down.
So we had one the other night, which took us to a small car park just outside Abergavenny, around the narrow lanes. There were some other walkers' cars in that car park, which we did block in. When they came off the hill, we had to try and move everything around to allow them to leave.
Oh, so you do try and work with people,
Yeah,
stop
so
leave
at
as
that
little
moment in
obstruction.
time, our priority is to get people out on the hill and try and find the casualty. So we'll go and do that, and then somebody will deal with the traffic side of it as and when they need to.
Oh, right.
So yeah.
So you've got climbing equipment and things like
So
that
yeah,
to
we've
get in there.
got ropes. We've got equipment up here called talon. So that goes. It's like an anchor that we bang into the ground. Attach ropes from that, and then we've got 100-meter ropes.
And you
So-
sort of loop, you obviously attach them to somewhere where it's secure. Obviously,
Well, they
to stop
go
the-
to the anchor that's in the ground. So we'd have a carabiner coming off there where we'll tie the ropes to. We usually use the ropes more to secure a stretcher. So if we're coming down steep ground rather than rock climbing, so it's a steep mountain, we'll attach the rope to the stretcher so we can control the speed of it, as well as people holding the stretcher, just in case anybody trips or falls, somebody is also controlling the rope.
Right, so there's multiple people watching just to make sure everything's safe. And
Yep. So the other week we were carrying a gentleman off a mountain who had slipped and dislocated his hip. So we had 8 people on the stretcher, plus we had ropes and anchors set up as well because it was very steep and technical terrain. So to carry the gentleman, I think it was about 1.5 miles, it was 3 hours to get him down to the road where an ambulance could come.
Obviously, if somebody's already injured, you're going to want to keep that person as safe as possible.
Yeah, we can't be bumping and banging them around, so our job is to get them off there and down to an ambulance without causing any more problems for them. Really.
Which would take a fair, considerable amount of manpower.
It
to
does.
be able to do something like that.
Ideally, to be carrying the stretcher, we need 16 people because we need to rotate. Because probably after about 500 metres, your back's starting to go, your arm, your hand are all aching. So,
absolutely.
yeah. And obviously, being volunteers, you're never quite too sure how many people are going to turn up to a call.
So obviously, it is challenging work to be voluntary work.
It is
Absolutely.
because it's not compulsory that we attend a call out. So, but what Mountain Rescue does expect is that you attend a certain percentage. But obviously, during a weekend, somebody might have a family party or a family meal or something for whatever reason they can't leave that. So, I think we're about 45 people in the team at the moment. So, and our average turn up to a call about 20. So.
And do you have support from a lot of the emergency services too?
We do. through the police, but we're more supporting them.
Right.
So we had a call the other night from the heart medical team.
Yep.
So the person they were treating was in a location that they couldn't get the person out of. So we were called to carry the carry.
You've got equipment that they haven't got.
Yep. Yeah.
For example.
Theirs isn't designed to be going into where this
So
person
they've got
was.
they've got like the respirators, and they've got a lot of the visors which protect them from noxious gases and things
We
like
carry
that.
all that, so we actually have casualty carers as well in our team there, and they're trained to a level that they can administer drugs if needed, while we were waiting for further medical people to turn up.
Oh, right, so you do
yeah.
imagine first aid kits, anything like that as well?
Yeah, so yeah, we also have a drugs cabinet which is locked away inside the vehicle.
So you are trained on first aid then as well, or?
Myself, I'm only basic, so it's optional if you want to become a CAS carer. So that exam you have to sit every 3 years, and it's a tough one to take on. And being a volunteer, you need to try and fit all that training in around you're already busy.
So it's a little bit more advanced than, say, somebody who's a first aider in a warehouse, or?
A lot more, because I say these people can administer drugs.
Right.
So yeah, if you needed morphine, they can administer morphine.
Technically a medical degree or something that you.
Yeah, it's the highest level that a civilian can have for medical care.
So not far off being a doctor, not
yeah,
in
not
a health centre,
level, but
or
yeah, it's just where they're allowed to administer drugs and.
close to a pharmacist, perhaps, or
No. Just the highest level they can become as a civilian carer, really. So,
oh right.
So yeah.
Now I read a report recently. About a woman. I don't know which mountain she went up. She went up with a dog.
Right.
And the dog was quite old. The dog couldn't make it back down the mountain.
Right.
So she called mountain rescue to rescue the dog.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a dilemma, really. Should she have called mountain rescue, or should she have?
Well, the
mountain rescue people said yes, she should have, because she would have injured herself.
Correct, and that's the way it's looked at.
Carrying the
what
dog
we don't
back.
want to do is you probably put more people in danger trying to rescue a dog. So it'd be easier if people who are trained come and help the dog and do it that way.
Put the dog in a stretcher and carried it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I think I did see that one, yes.
Yeah.
So, because a few weeks ago there was something I saw on Brecon Mountain Rescue, that there was people ringing in because there was some sheep on a ledge and they said it was stuck. Well, Mountain Rescue was saying, well, sheep are sheep, that's what they do, but they're saying, don't risk yourself to go and move them, but we won't be coming out for this one. So yeah.
Sheep are like goats, they're quite...
They are.
Yeah.
Because they're in that area, they're going to put themselves at risk anyway. So.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you got mountain goats and things like that. You see some of them up in some parts of the valleys where they're just jumping from off a cliff edge, and they're fine, and they're just jumping down like on a pattern.
Yeah, you see some deer climbing steep cliffs.
Because they're used to the terrain.
Calcium off
I know,
the cliff.
Yeah.
So they're sort of used to that terrain. They've sort of lived in that terrain.
That's what they do. So yes.
It's in their nature.
So yeah, but yeah, if it meant other people were going to get in danger, then mountain rescue would go to, because the last thing we want is a call out for multiple people. So.
Well, the worst ones I've seen is the ones that go up Pennyvan with their summer shoes on.
Yes, it's
totally unprepared, and t-shirts, and it's different weather situation up there.
Yeah, the mountains are unforgiving, really. So yeah, people need to take into account that the weather can change very quickly, and also if you do have a fall, you can have people who can get hypothermia in the summer months, because as soon as you take a fall, if you've got a broken bone, your body starts to go into shock. Hypothermia can set in, and you haven't bought any extra clothes because you thought it was going to be a nice warm day. So yeah, I always carry extra clothing in my bag. I even carry enough that if we get to a casualty and they're there with friends, that I have something extra to offer them as well, because you have to remember they're going to be hanging around getting food as well, while their friend is being seen to. And again, with us being voluntary, by the time the call comes to us, we've all got together, because we're coming from all different places. We could be talking depending where it is. For me, usually it's about 40 minutes from my house to the Black Mountains area, where the van is usually going to be. And then you could be talking another 30, 40 minutes to walk up a mountain to get to a casualty.
Right.
So yeah, you could be looking at 2 hours before somebody gets to you. And that's without chasing you. So
I know some people that are really into mountain climbing. They've got emergency beacons.
Sorry.
And they have to. They're quite expensive because they run on a subscription basis. They don't rely on the cell signals. It's a satellite.
Right. Yeah.
And it sends back. I don't know what it does, but it would send a 6-figure coordinate.
Right.
Reference.
Yeah.
If there is a problem.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys was saying earlier. I think he was saying the iPhone 14 is coming with this satellite technology.
And that's what I've got.
Is that what you got? Is it?
I thought it's 14 Pro Max.
Right. So if you're in an area without signal, I think if you send a message, there's a chance.
Yeah, it comes up with the SOS.
That it will go. Yeah.
You have to subscribe to that, though.
No,
it's
it
just
comes with the phone.
built into the phone now. But eventually, everything will go that way, and there will be no such thing as no signal, I guess. So
yeah.
Because at the front of this van, we've got a sat dish set out, so we've got a sat phone in there if we use comms. The satellite phone should always work, so...
Cool. Oh, well. Okay. Good on you, thanks very much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Hey, do you want to get me on the bike, Rog?
Yeah.
On the camera.
Make sure you get my good sight.
Pause.
Hang on then.
Right.
The Gwent what?
Gwent Auditor.
Go on then, enlighten me.
I basically
you
do
in
YouTube
Wales?
videos.
You in the
I am.
Welsh?
I am into
Because I had him
golf
up there.
balls.
So what do you do then? Come on.
I do video of the police and things like that.
What are the police? We are the police.
I video police stations, things like that going around.
Oh,
See what
whatever.
the reaction is.
Sandra. I will ask my permission to put me on air now. Which you haven't, have you?
Don't need to, that's the
Yeah,
point.
you do. You do.
No.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, you don't,
I
mate.
will check about that then. Because you do.
What, and you work with the police? And
I don't care who I work for. You don't care who I work for. You meant to ask first.
No, you're not meant
yeah,
to
you
ask.
are.
Look,
Yeah,
all you got to do is
what
Google
office do you work
5.
out of?
All you got to do is Google
What
5
office
minutes.
do you work out
I don't
of?
work for a company.
Well, there you are then. In future, ask.
Member of the public.
I don't care who you are. In future, ask.
Oh, don't talk rubbish,
I'm
mate.
not talking rubbish, but I'm telling you.
Oh,
In future, ask.
well, I'm going to purposely film you now. So
Crack on it.
there he is. So you work for the police and then you think, oh, I can't film you? Yeah? Oi! You can't just do that.
Get out of my
You're a
face.
prick,
then.
you are.
Yeah, and you are. Get out my van.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Get out my van.
Oh! He literally just wiped my camera with his ass.
Sorry, put my hood up in front of it. Jog on.
Jog on, mate, go on. Absolute numpty you are. Do you see him just whack my camera with his ass? Event like this and you're... God. You shouldn't be here, mate, dealing with the public when you're acting like that. How many people are taking pictures here? Muppet. Everyone else has been perfectly friendly and then you act like an absolute muppet. Just videoing me on the bike and he starts kicking off.
I think we'll have so many complaints about cyclists doing silly speeds. I think they'll have to look at
There he is.
Everyone's having it.
Yeah, there he is.
You just sit up there, you don't have to hold on
Yeah.
to anything.
They purposely get you now, you're the subject to this now.
I'll do you a favour, man. Grow up.
No, because you start acting like an idiot.
Do me a favour, grow up.
No. I think you should grow up.
You won't take me a minute.
Chucking your hat at my camera like that.
Jog on.
And you work for the police.
Jog on, buddy.
You jog on, you muppet. Muppet! Muppet! He shouldn't work for the police, he's alright muppet, that guy. Oh, you, Sarge. In there.
Everyone's having their picture done on the bike, so what's
I
the
know.
difference?
You were taking a picture of me and he starts kicking off.
Walks into the frame.
Yeah. That knobhead starts kicking off. Right, moped. Ah. Oh, that's not dog section though. No, I'd have the triangle on the roof if it was. Furious with that bloke. There he is. Yeah, there he is, look. Yeah, my photo taken on the bike. There he is, the guy kicked off. Casualty Reduction Officer. What for? Speed camera van man. What for?
Oh my god.
See, I just had him whack my camera with his hat. Map it. Kit they got in this one. I can't see that Muppet about now. Oh, he's got the Welsh thin blue line flag, look. There we go. Yeah, good, thanks. Apart from one of the Casualty Reduction Officers whacking my camera with his hat.
Oh, I can't speak to that, bud.
Oh, he said, oh, I'm not allowed to film him, then he goes and whacks my camera with his hat. Public event, you know what I mean? Can't believe it, man. I'm furious with that guy, honestly.
Did you ask permission, he kept saying?
Yeah, did you ask permission? And then he goes whack like that with his hat.
Yeah.
Right prat. Absolute pranny, that guy. So I think we're gonna call it today after that sausage there. Sausage, sausage, sausage. There's the sausage. Sausage. You shouldn't be working in the public service, mate. You should not be working in the public service. You should not be in an event like this, and you should not be working in the public service. People taking photos everywhere, and you're the only person who kicks off. You've made yourself the subject of this, mate. Absolutely clueless. So yeah, there's the British Transport Police there. Yeah, I'm going to end off my video anyway. Quite annoyed with that prat. That's about it, guys, I think, for this one. This has been the Emergency Services Day. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. TGA out.